Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Griever Productions. We are here again with Tommy. Now, we've had a little bit of a Disney spin this week, haven't we? With Dan doing You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan, and now we've got this. Now, I'm a huge fan of this song. No, don't play yet. Don't jump ahead of me here. But I am a huge fan of this song. I'm a huge fan of Tommy's at this point, as everybody knows. And I think that he's absolutely going to kill this song, because Michael Bolton, who did this song originally, has an incredibly high voice, has an incredibly strong and powerful voice. And we know that those are two things that Tommy has. We know that he definitely does not lack in those areas, right? So I'm very keen to hear how he performs this, because that's going to be the thing, is the performance, how he performs it. That is going to be the interesting part to me here. Now, I'd like to point out as well, before we begin, if you guys could like or comment on the video, stuff that you would like me to react to in future. We also have a link to our Discord, if you would like to join in the chat there, so that we can continue this conversation there as well. Makes it a bit easier sometimes to keep everything together. But without any further ado, let's hear Tommy singing Go the Distance from Hercules. Ah, it's cool already.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where our heroes welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowd would cheer when they see my face, and the voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be.
Cool. Before we go into the chorus here, I'd like to point out he's really pulled it back for this one. At least for the opening. We don't know how this is going to go further in, but he's really just showing off the beauty of his voice, and the way that, like, that pristine sound and control that he has. And it's honestly stunning. I'm really loving it. He's really taking that feel of just having the vocal and the keyboard together and really amplifying that with just the style that he is singing in, like the way that he is singing this song. And he's really doing it really, really well.
I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know every mile would be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong.
Okay, I hope we get into a little bit more rocky style here, but also, if this is just a flat-out cover, I'm also not going to be mad, because I really love hearing different aspects of Tommy's voice, and what I'm hearing here is absolutely stunning. The style that he is using is just beautiful, and I love being able to hear his voice just soar as well, and it makes me happy. So let's continue.
Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though the road may wander, it will lead me to, and 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It may take a lifetime, somehow I'll see it through, and I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. Though I was some defeat, it's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance, and my goal is complete.
Cool. Okay, so something I want to point out here, right? So, something that I have been meaning to point out. So, I've said this in a lot of the videos on this channel before. How when we sing, we use a Latin vowel sound, so ah, e, o, and do, and in a lot of cases, we can actually change the sound that we are using, because not everybody is good with all vowels, right? You've got some people that are good with E vowels. You've got some people that are good with R vowels or R vowel or vowels. And I'd like to point out something here. So he's using an air vowel, so that's his preferred complete, whereas a lot of people would do the complete. Now, the interesting thing is, if it's not pointed out to you, it's not something that you usually think about, right? But now that it is, you can kind of go, oh, okay, interesting, because a lot of professional vocalists, and I'm sure that Tommy does this as well, what they will do is they'll kind of go through what vowel sounds are in the song and kind of change them to suit them, because obviously we've got Tommy who really likes his R vowels. Air vowel. Complete. Rather than the complete. I would probably want to go more towards what he did as well, because I'm not good with E. For some reason, E vowels for me have always been a problem. And I know a lot of people that are in similar boats. But I love that I know a lot of people that love them. Love the E vowel. They can do whatever high notes they want on the E vowels. I find it much, much harder. Air vowel and R and U is for me. And I think Tommy's on the same boat with the air. I want to point out too, I'm not saying that he can't do it. He probably can. It's a stylistic choice in this particular case, most likely. But it's just something to think about. Get it, Tommy. Oh, there it is. What was that? Why? Why did you do that? Why? It's another thing of like, you don't have to do this sort of stuff, Tommy, but you do it, and I'm so happy that you do. Oh, I love it. Oh.
Find my heroes welcome in your arms.
Always the showman, always the metalhead, always amazing. Tommy, to be completely honest, let's be completely real on that one. This was beautiful. Like, this was This was just stunning on so many levels. Like, I'm actually kind of glad that he pretty much just did it as a straight cover because it let his voice soar in ways that we may not have been able to hear before. And it's another facet of what he can do. We know that he's phenomenal. We know that he's an absolute freak in the best way possible, right? But again, it's just another thing that we now have seen. We've got video evidence of it. And I'd like to point out something too with the end of that song, right? It's so difficult and it's so brilliant when I see musicians do this, right? That kind of like second to last section where he was kind of he was like belting it out. He was doing the heavy metal vocal. And then for that very last section, bringing it all back again with that beautiful tone and being able to pull it back. I understand that he obviously had recorded this in a studio and he may have done the two parts separately. But doing that sort of thing live is so difficult. But I believe, I have no doubt he'd be able to do it. Just by the way, I'm just being realistic. We do know that he was in a studio. There's so much magic that can happen in a studio when recording music. As we know, we've heard a lot of people that are not good singers sound very good, right? Because of the work that gets put in behind the scenes. But I know that that's not the case here. I know that he is the vocalist. He is the one that's doing all of the controlling, and that he is just a freak. Tommy, come on the show, please, 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 please. I really want to interview you, and really pick your brain on how things work. And I'd love to learn things from you, genuinely. Absolutely. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like a favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing. I will leave a link to this video in the comments below, and please, in the description below, along with the link to our Discord channel if you'd like to join in the conversation there. And please leave in the comments any songs you'd like me to react to, and I will get to them at some point. But man, this was very cool. Anyway, bye for now.